The royal family is at war. Prince Harry's latest bombshell interview has sent shockwaves through Buckingham Palace, slamming King Charles in a way no one saw coming. But now, Prince William is breaking his silence, and what he's saying could change everything. This is the untold story of a feud tearing the monarchy apart, and you won't believe what's happening behind closed doors. The House of Windsor has always been a fortress of tradition, but today, it's a battleground. Prince Harry, the Duke of Sussex, once the cheeky spare to the heir, has been on a collision course with his family since he and Meghan Markle stepped back from royal duties in 2020. Their exit, dubbed Megxit, was just the beginning. A string of interviews, a Netflix docuseries, and Harry's 2023 memoir Spare have laid bare his grievances, from claims of racism in the palace to personal betrayals by his father and brother. But his latest move, a scathing BBC interview aired on May 2nd, 2025, has pushed the royal rift to a breaking point. In that interview, Harry didn't hold back. He accused King Charles of refusing to speak to him, tying it to a bitter dispute over his family's security arrangements in the UK. "I don't know how much longer my father has," Harry said, a pointed reference to Charles's ongoing cancer treatment. He claimed the decision to downgrade his security was a calculated move by the royal household to force him back into the royal fold, even implicating Charles's private secretary, Sir Clive Alderton, in the process. Harry's words were raw, emotional, and, to many, a direct attack on his father's character. He spoke of wanting reconciliation, but insisted the security issue was non-negotiable, saying, "I can't see a world in which I would bring my wife and children back to the UK at this point." The interview sent the British media into a frenzy. Headlines screamed of betrayal and disloyalty. Former royal butler Grant Harold told GB News that Charles feels betrayed by Harry's public comments about his health, calling it confidential information that shouldn't be aired. Royal expert Jenny Bond went further, questioning whether Harry's angry and resentful tone could ever pave the way for reconciliation. The public, too, is divided. Some see Harry as a man fighting for his family's safety, while others view him as a petulant prince burning bridges with no regard for the consequences. But the real bombshell came when Prince William, the Prince of Wales, decided to respond. Known for his stoic demeanor and unwavering loyalty to the crown, William has largely stayed silent as Harry's accusations piled up. In Spare, Harry claimed William physically attacked him during a heated argument over Meghan, a revelation that stunned royal watchers. He also alleged William was jealous of his press coverage and dismissive of his mental health struggles. Through it all, William kept his counsel, letting Buckingham Palace's no-comment policy speak for him. Until now, on May 7th, 2025, reports surfaced that William was stunned and frustrated by Harry's latest interview, according to palace insiders cited by the Daily Beast. The timing couldn't be worse. King Charles, at 76, is battling an undisclosed form of cancer, and the monarchy is already stretched thin with Princess Kate's own health challenges. William, as heir to the throne, is shouldering more responsibility than ever, stepping into roles like Colonel-in-Chief of the Army Air Corps, a title Charles passed to him in a symbolic gesture of trust. Against this backdrop, Harry's public criticism of their father felt like a personal affront to William, who sees himself as the family's protector. Sources close to William say he views Harry's actions as absolutely vile. One insider claimed William is so fed up that he's considering a drastic move, stripping Harry and Meghan of their HRH titles when he becomes king. This isn't just about protocol, it's personal. The insider told the Daily Beast, if he really wanted to reconcile, he'd have stayed quiet. The suggestion that Harry's interview was a publicity stunt rather than a genuine plea for peace has only deepened William's mistrust. Another source noted that William is particularly incensed by Harry's comments about Charles's health, seeing them as a low blow designed to garner sympathy while undermining the king's privacy. Let's step back and unpack why this feud has reached such a boiling point. The security dispute at the heart of Harry's interview isn't just about logistics. It's a symbol of his broader alienation from the royal system. When Harry and Meghan stepped down as working royals, The Executive Committee for the Protection of Royalty and Public Figures, known as RAVEC, downgraded their taxpayer-funded security. Harry argued this left him, Meghan, and their children, Archie and Lilibet, vulnerable, especially after threats like an al-Qaeda document calling for his assassination. His legal battle to restore that protection has been a 5-year saga, culminating in a lost appeal on April 9, 2025. Harry's lawyer argued RAVEC's decision was unfair, singling him out compared to other VIPs like pop stars or former prime ministers. The court disagreed, with Sir Geoffrey Voss ruling that Harry's status as a non-working royal justified the change. Harry's frustration spilled over in the BBC interview, where he claimed shocking truths uncovered during the legal proceedings confirmed his worst fears about the palace's motives. He suggested Charles had the power to intervene, but chose not to, a charge Buckingham Palace has firmly denied, with a source telling people that the idea of Charles controlling security decisions is wholly incorrect. For Harry, though, the issue is deeply personal. The death of his mother, Princess Diana, in a 1997 car crash while being chased by paparazzi, looms large. If anything were to happen to my father's grandchildren, look where the responsibility lies, he told people, a statement that cuts to the heart of his fears. William, however, sees things differently. Insiders say he believes Harry's obsession with security is a convenient excuse to keep the feud alive. William's camp points out that other non-working royals, like Princesses Beatrice and Eugenie, also lost automatic security when they stepped back from official duties. Royal historian Marlene Koenig told Us Weekly that Harry's expectations are entitled, arguing that leaving the family business means forfeiting certain privileges. William, who has his own security fully funded as a working royal, reportedly feels Harry's public complaints are ungrateful and damaging to the monarchy's image. The brothers' relationship, once so close, is now described as non-existent. Clips from a 2016 documentary, Elizabeth at 90, a family tribute, recently went viral on TikTok, showing William and Harry laughing together over childhood footage of their father. You can see Pa trying to run down his little sister. William chuckled, while Harry playfully mimicked their grandfather, Prince Philip. Those moments feel like a lifetime ago. Harry's allegations in Spare, that William called Meghan difficult and mocked his panic attacks, have left deep scars. William, for his part, was reportedly very upset by Harry's defiance of Queen Elizabeth's 2021 statement confirming the Sussexes' exit, viewing it as insulting and disrespectful, according to the Sunday Times. King Charles, caught in the middle, is said to be heartbroken. Despite his cancer diagnosis in early 2024, he's continued public duties, like leading VE Day commemorations on May 5, 2025, where he called for unity and respect for veterans, pointedly avoiding any mention of Harry's interview. Sources told people that Charles loves his son, but has adopted a tough love approach, refusing to answer Harry's calls or letters. A friend of the king told the Daily Mail that Charles is frustrated by Harry's failure to respect the constitutional boundaries of royal security decisions, which are handled by RAVEC, not the monarch. He's very paternal. Royal expert Ian Pelham Turner told Fox News, noting Charles's pain at not knowing his grandchildren, Archie and Lilibet, who live in California. The public's reaction to this saga is a mixed bag. A YouGov poll cited by the Daily Mail shows Harry's popularity in the UK has plummeted, with many seeing him as the Duke of Delusions, as royal commentator Hilary Fordwich put it. Yet, some sympathize with his security concerns, especially given Diana's tragic fate. On X, posts range from outrage. Harry's disrespecting his father while he's fighting cancer is unforgivable, to support. He's just trying to protect his kids. The royals are punishing him for leaving. The divide reflects a broader cultural clash, tradition versus individuality, duty versus freedom. So, where does William's response fit into this? His reported plan to strip Harry and Meghan's HRH titles is a bold escalation. The titles, granted by Queen Elizabeth, are a relic of their royal status, though they're barred from using them commercially. Meghan's recent Instagram launch of her brand, as ever, sparked speculation she was flouting that rule, fueling William's resolve. The HRHs will go, a family friend told the Daily Beast, suggesting William sees this as a way to draw a line under the Sussexes' royal connection. It's a move that could backfire, though. Royal commentator Joe Little told Sky News that Harry's dignified silence might have been the wiser path, and stripping titles could inflame tensions further. Behind William's anger lies a deeper wound. As the future king, he's balancing his father's health crisis, his wife's recovery, and his own growing role in the monarchy. Harry's public attacks feel like a betrayal not just of family, but of the institution William is destined to lead. Yet, there's a flicker of hope in the chaos. Historian Anthony Selden, speaking to Sky News, believes Harry's words in the BBC interview, "I would love reconciliation with my family. There's no point in continuing to fight anymore. We're chosen deliberately to signal a desire for peace." Selden argues Harry is done with spiteful books and wants a fresh start, though trust remains a massive hurdle. Could reconciliation happen? The odds are slim. William's mistrust, Charles's silence, and Harry's refusal to back down on security create a perfect storm. Even the brothers' shared history, serving together at Kensington Palace, founding the Invictus Games, mourning their mother, seems buried under layers of resentment. A 2023 Newsweek report noted that William and Harry haven't been photographed together since Queen Elizabeth's funeral in 2022, a stark contrast to their once inseparable bond. Charles, meanwhile, is focused on his legacy, with insiders saying he wants to resolve the tension but feels powerless given Harry's media blitz. The monarchy itself is under scrutiny. Harry's allegations of an establishment stitch-up in his security case feed into broader questions about transparency and privilege. The palace's refusal to comment on security matters, citing protocol, only fuel speculation. Posts on X suggest some see Harry as exposing uncomfortable truths about the royal machine, while others view him as a hypocrite using the media he claims to despise. Either way, the saga is a PR nightmare for a monarchy already navigating a slimmed-down roster and public skepticism. What happens next? William's reported title-stripping plan hinges on him becoming king, which could be years away given Charles's determination to carry on. Harry, meanwhile, shows no sign of retreating. His upcoming appearance in Las Vegas for a Diana-related charity event, reported by People, suggests he's doubling down on his independent path. Meghan's subtle gestures, like a birthday photo of Archie shared after Harry's court loss, signal the Sussexes are building their own narrative, far from the palace's reach. The royal feud is a tragedy of miscommunication and pride. William's response, if the insiders are right, marks a turning point, not toward reconciliation, but toward a permanent divide. Harry's pleas for peace clash with his provocative actions, leaving Charles caught between love for his son and duty to the crown. The monarchy, for all its pomp, is a family, and like any family, it's messy, flawed, and deeply human. But there's another twist waiting. Whispers from the palace suggest a secret meeting is being planned, one that could change the course of this feud forever. Who's involved and what they're plotting is anyone's guess. One thing's certain. The House of Windsor hasn't seen the last of this storm.